bless you, brother. How many of you were there? 3 or 2? So the scrambled eggs thing, I remember what you taught me. You said, you turned your back and you said, get your own licks, brother. Even though you showed me like so many things. And then before I last saw you, you showed me the connect the dots was, which was your connection to it was your connection between the minorish and the major. And the other thing was I always used to ask you how to do that little scrambled eggs thing you do. Because you know you do your, well, I don't have my low E there and I don't want to tune it up. But, well, I'll tune it up. And then you do and I used to ask you, how come your scrambled eggs doesn't sound like, you know, like everyone else does? Which I absolutely avoid now. But I used to ask, why does your scrambled egg sound different? You know, like, what is that little scrambled eggs thing you do that, I mean, he showed me the whole thing, you know, he said, watch, brother. And I said, what's that little scrambled eggs thing you do there? He'd say, he turned his back to me. I remember right where I was standing. On the left side of the stage at 36 Chambers Street. And he said, get your own licks, brother. But before I last saw him, you know, he said, here, brother, look. And he said, and I was like, oh yeah, there it is. That's the bridge between the major and the minor blues pattern boxes things. And it's that was his little connect the dots, was that what they call a ghost bend, or could be, but he would go, and then I said, thanks, brother, you know. Sorry I only gave you one pickup instead of a full set. I thought sometimes you were a bit abrasive, and I said, well, I'm not giving him a whole set of pickups. I should have gave you 3. I'm sorry, brother. I love you. Right? right? So there it was. And then I said, here, look, brother. And he said, the reason my scrambled eggs sounds different than everyone else's is because I take off from the E string, the high E string, instead of, leaning into that Chuck Berry riff that everyone else does. Oh, how many times can you listen to that, right? He takes off from the high E string. So he proceeded to show me, and I said, no. I don't want that, brother. That's your lick. That's your pattern. I don't want to know it. But he takes off from the high E string instead of leading in with the right. He would. Well, that's mine. I mean, I don't know what his pattern was. It was so my pattern is like. So the moral of the story is, it's good to learn some things from other people, and it's also good to find your own way and not, copy other people, because that's obnoxious. So, my way, right? I like to play I don't look at majors and minors. I just say, that's the pretty sounding, that's the dirty sounding. That's the way I look at it. I try to fit it wherever I can, right? That's what they would call the major. Sorry. And then I will slick down to what they call the minor. And I'll flop off of it. And try to resolve with a nice vibrato. So. And I come out of what they call the major, the pretty, right? I like that one. Miss you, brother. When you see in that video, was it warmer winter? It was warmer winter or two guitars. It was one of those. And I go, and I nod my head. I'm like, yes. That's not an easy one. When you go to do that bend, you have to bend up the high string and lean into the secondary string and almost go past the point of what would be the correct pitch, almost slightly past it, to suggest like you're just gonna tear the string off the guitar, and then flop over the fret pressure onto the other one. So you almost have to set your fingers up for it. So how am I doing that? I'm using the 3 fingers to bend, 1 fret, 2 fret, 3 fret, and this is the note. And then I'm pushing, and then yeah, the hand has to go like that right before I get to the other note, so it goes. So one's a bend up and one's a ghost bend, but it has to be a nice transition there, right? It doesn't have to be, but it sounds great. So I know that was sketchy, that one. Right, and the first one is more suggestive. It's like more violent, and then the second one is more controlled. So. Very relaxed, but strong. So. I said, ooh, God bless that pusher man. May he live forever and a day. Well, I see a lot of people. They walk around with a crack pipe in their eye. Well, that's nothing compared to knowing that there's people that had love in their heart that died. Ooh, maybe someday we'll all be free. Because it says in Micah chapter 7, verse 18 and 19, that he will subdue all our iniquities. Miss you, brother. I slightly almost know how to play the guitar now. And I just wanted to say out loud, cheers, brother, and, cover that up in silence to, one moment, please. silence to the still sick and suffering inside and outside of the rooms, and may it not be a stumbling block to them. Hike. I just wanted to say something to you, and I want to remember what it was, so that I want to remember what it was, so that I say it well. Oh yeah. You said to me, brother, we'll switch off. I'll play bass for you. And I was like, how can you play bass for me when you're such a great guitar player? And you'd be like, you would say, brother, I'm terrible on guitar. I'm horrible. I'm not a guitar player. And I realize now, that you're not. You were not a drummer. Not a bass player. Not a drummer. You just practiced at making noise, and it wasn't an obvious expression of your soul. And I just want you to know that the few things that you taught me were not in vain. And the time you taught me 3 notes, what was it? Let's see, what was it? I can switch it up with the octave there. And it's the only thing I knew on a bass guitar. And you'd look over at me and you'd say, "Go, Mikey, go!" And since those times, I did want to say, hold on a second, because I don't want to talk like John MacArthur talks. I want to talk slow. I just worry that the video's going to run out, or that it'll take 12 days to upload it. But since then, I've learned the difference between a satanic impartation, or a witchcraft, or an occult, or a carnal, hyper-intelligent, psychic child molester impartation, homosexual, rapist, child molester, murderer impartation, and somebody screaming, "Go, brother, go!" and pouring their soul into a guitar or a drum. Or a bass. And that really, or genuinely, O'Reilly, genuinely, other than the tones, There is no difference. One is I either projecting either, right? E before I before E, except after C, or sounded as A, as in neighbor and way. E-I-T-H-E-R. Either. Either. So a person is either projecting something from their soul, right? In my case, or the memory of my brother. My slightly worth it, most imperfect brother. From another mother. Or a person is projecting, an arrogance. I can't even imitate it, just look what I know, wow, I know everything. Or a person is trying to find their own soulful stumble. In my case, the triplets, right? Let's see if I can drum it up here without thinking too hard about it.